Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel DB TechLink. Today I am going to show you database creation using DBCA, that is Database Configuration Assistant. So let's start. So we run DBCA on OS prompts. So just checking environment variables, right? So echo dollar path. So okay, it's showing me Oracle home and bin directory so that we can run DBCA directly from OS prompt, right? If you have not set any variable, environment variable, then you can run dbca from this location directly. Just you have to go cd oracle home bin, and then here from here also you can run dbca like this, right? Now, and if you have already given environment settings in dot bash underscore profile file like this, so you can run it directly from OS prompt, right? So let's run it dbca. Okay, so let's start. So here we will select create database, click on next. Here we have two options, typical configuration and advanced configuration, right? So in typical configuration, you will see already there are uh, some fields like global database name, storage file system, database file location, right? So we can skip this one, typical configuration. We will see advanced configuration, what are the options Oracle gives to understand the uh, database creation. So let's select advanced configuration, click on next. Now here we have two things to select. One is database type, that is Oracle single instance database, and we have two other options like Oracle Real Application Cluster and Oracle RAC One Node database, right? So we are creating for a standalone database, so we will select Oracle single instance database, right? Next is database template, right? So for what type of environment we are going to create database? According to that, we have three templates: data warehouse, custom database, general purpose or transaction processing, right? So usually we create general purpose or transaction processing for OLTP environment and data warehouse for DSS environment, right? You can see check the detail of template here, view detail. You can click view detail, so you will see here all the details. What are the option in this template you will get, right? So just select general purpose or transaction processing, click on next. Now uh, global database name, so we have to decide here database name. Let's say ORCL, right? Database name is ORCL, and SID is basically system identifier, right? On system your Oracle will be identified with this name, right? So usually a DB name and SID is same, but you can change, you can give different name also for SID, right? Now, second is create as container database, right? So Oracle in 12c, Oracle introduced multi-tenant architecture like container database and a pluggable database, right? So right now we are creating a standard database, right? So we will just uncheck this option. I will create separate videos on this, what is multi-tenant architecture. So as of now, we are creating a standard database. Just uncheck this checkbox and click on next. Now, now here we have to decide storage type, right? Storage type. So when we create the database, Oracle creates some database files, right? control file, data file, redo log file, etc. Right? So, so for these file, we have to decide where these file will be created, right? So storage type. So it will take as we have selected general purpose or transaction processing. So according to that template, it will create location, and on that location you will get your database files, right? Just click on next. Now, so we are creating database, and after database creation, of course, in real time we perform database backup, right? So for database backup, we use Armin, right? Usually we use Armin, right? So if we check this option, specify fast recovery area, then for Armin, your default backup location will be this one, right? You can give the size of this directory, fast recovery area, and after also after database creation, we can specify or we can change this configuration, right? Next is enable archive log, enable archiving. See, when we do any kind of changes in database, Oracle generate logs for that changes, right? And by default, Oracle override that logs. To save that logs, we just enable archiving, right? So that in case of any media failure, you can recover your database up to current point in time, right? So for backup for production environment, we always enable archiving, right? Click on next here. So here we can create a new listener for our database. Listener basically used when application try to connect with database. Then at that time listener comes in picture. So after database creation, also we can create the listener. So as of now, just leave it and click on next. This is for advanced security, right? So right now we are not doing configuring any advanced security, right? So leave this also. Click on next. Now here, see in fifth step, what Oracle asks us to give is storage for database files, right? And in ninth step, Oracle is asking for uh, memory, right? For Oracle instance. So when Oracle database runs, it also occupy some memory in your RAM, and that area is called Oracle instance, right? So for Oracle instance, we have to Oracle instance basically is a combination of your memory component and some background process. I will create separate videos on this topic, what is instance and all this. So right now we have to give SGA and PGA size, right? So let's say we are giving here 800 for SGA and 200 for PGA, right? We have three options. One is automatic shared memory management. Second is manual shared management. If you want to manage your SGA component manually, then you can go for this. And third one is automatic memory management, right? So of course, we will discuss later in upcoming video on this, what is automatic shared memory management and what is memory management, right? As of now, we have given SG and PGA size. On this page, you will get some other tab also, like sizing tab. Here we can see here 8192 is a block size for your database, and processes 300. This process value in real time, it can be 1000, like as per application and as per database environment, right? Character set AL32 UTF-8, so no need to select anything else here. Connection mode is dedicated and shared server mode. So here you can read what is the difference between these two things. So one is dedicated is basically a database. The database will allocate a dedicated resource for each client connection in this mode. When we use this option, let's say we have a small number of connections, client connections, and in that situation we can use the dedicated server mode. And if we have a huge amount of connections from client side, then we can go for shared server. But there are some more terms and condition. So uh, dedicated server mode and shared server mode. So as of now, we are selecting dedicated server mode. Next is a sample schema. If you want some sample schema, then Oracle, if you select this checkbox, Oracle will create some schema like HR, right? HR related, human resource related schema. So that you can use that also, right? So as of now, we are just checkbox this option. Now click on next button. Now here. So here we will get enterprise manager related settings, right? So we are not using right now here enterprise manager. This is for enterprise manager express, but we have enterprise manager EM cloud control also. So just we are just unchecking this because it will ask us to listener, right? And we have not created in uh, previous steps. So we are unchecking this. Click on next. Now, when we create database, there is two admin user, that is sys and system, right? So for both user, we have to give here password, right, for safety. So we can use separate password or we can give a single password for both account, right? Click on next. And on this page, you will get three options: create a database, which is our main activity. We are going to create database, but you can save this database configuration as a template so that you can use later. And you can also generate your database creation script so that if you want, you can create database manually. If your environment is not allowing you to run DBCA, right? So you can create database manually also. So how we can create manually? So I will create separate video on this topic, how to create database manually, right? Next. Now, so finally click on finish button, right? So we have to wait for 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm pausing the video, right? Now database creation is completed. Just click on close button. Now we can check. See, it is check the etc or a tab file. You will get entry for your database, that is ORCL, right? So we can check set .orainv and give Oracle SID ORCL. Now you can log into database SQL plus slash sysdb, right? So database creation is completed here. Thanks for watching, and please like, share and subscribe the channel.